Mike, you're looking in phenomenal shape. You look shredded. You're supposed to fight Floyd next month, correct?
Yeah, next month from now, we ready, whatever.
How do you beat the shoulder roll? He's 50-0.
Huh?
How do you crack the shoulder roll?
Shit happens, you never know.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came. You're not going nowhere. Like, I don't care if you're the hardest puncher in the world. The best fighter in the world, the best runner in the world. If you don't have discipline, you're nobody. You're nobody. You might go get dead soul. You don't have discipline. Discipline makes you who you want.
You know,
Is there any fight that would take you out of retirement, Floyd? No, I'm not coming. I'm not coming out of retirement. I'm retired. I'm an old man. I just look young. I took care of my body. You know, your health is your wealth. I never smoked, never drank. Treated my body good. I worked extremely hard.
Hey, Floyd, what's the fight? What are you going to do to keep busy in retirement, Floyd?
What I'm doing in retirement, I made smart investments, so I just lay back. Right now I'm in my, sometimes we call it a castle, sometimes we call it a palace, sometimes we call it a house, sometimes we call it...
The world is bracing for what could be an unbelievable clash between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. On the surface, it looks like a massive event filled with lights, hype, and huge pay-per-view numbers. But behind all the excitement, there are growing concerns and rumors that paint a darker picture. This isn't just about two legends stepping back into the ring for nostalgia. It's being talked about as a fight surrounded by questions about money, ego, and even real physical danger. While fans are busy debating who would win, the tension behind the scenes seems to be building, especially after some of Tyson's recent comments that many people found intense and unsettling.
Is Floyd overrated, or is he one of the best ever?
He's one of the best.
What is it about him?
What's so great about Floyd?
What is the thing?
Jim.
Yeah, it just works.
It's tough to be hard work.
Listen, how could you not be an asshole being that great? No, but how can you not?
It's hard.
Yeah.
Kanye West said it's hard to be humble when you're stunting on the Jumbotron. That's one of his lyrics. Like, when you're the best, you just fucking...
But know what he needs to know too, that there's only one step from the limo to the gutter.
Facing Mayweather in the ring has always been considered one of the hardest challenges in boxing. His undefeated record and defensive skills have made him almost impossible to beat. But Tyson, famously known as Iron Mike, doesn't seem worried at all. When asked how he plans to deal with Mayweather's perfect record, he didn't give a detailed strategy. Instead, he gave a simple and chilling response, basically saying that anything can happen in a fight. His calm and direct attitude suggests that he isn't focused on technical breakdowns, but rather on the unpredictable and dangerous nature of boxing itself.
Or is that...
Yeah, it's happening. Shit, yeah, it's happening. You think I give that up? I was minding my business. He challenged me.
You look good. How you feeling physically?
Incredible.
You've been training?
Listen, I was wearing extra large. It looks like I'm wearing large now.
Tyson's mindset goes even deeper than that. He has often spoken about fear and how it plays a role inside the ring. According to him, fear is not weakness, it's actually necessary for survival. He warned that fighters who enter the ring without fear often take unnecessary damage because they underestimate the danger. Tyson explained that those who try to act fearless can end up paying the price later in life, dealing with long-term physical and mental consequences. It's a strong reminder that boxing is not just a sport, it's a serious and dangerous profession where one mistake can change everything.
What part fear plays in the career of a fighter?
Well, if you're not crazy and you're doing this, you're insane, okay? So I worry about guys that are not nervous before fighting because they'll never be a great fighter. Because when you're scared, you avoid pain, you avoid getting hit. And if you're one of those guys that have no fear, you're gonna constantly get hit. And you're not gonna end the game finish. By the time you finish fighting, you'll be talking another language. And that's what happens to those tough guys. End of their career, they're speaking another language.
At the same time, many people are questioning the real reason behind this potential mega fight. Some believe it may not be about competition at all, but rather about money. There are increasing rumors suggesting that even someone like Floyd Mayweather, who is often called one of the richest athletes in boxing history, could be facing financial pressure. If that's true, then this fight could be less about legacy and more about securing another massive payday to maintain his lifestyle.
Floyd, talk to him. TMZ, what's up? It's your man, Money Mayweather, coming to you live from our press conference in LA downtown. LA, we love you. Bam Medina right here in the Rolls Royce Ghost.
Yeah, Floyd, you bought this $300,000 Rolls Royce for her birthday. You're really raising the bar. How do you top that?
I guess the next gift we gotta buy is a private jet.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of that, we saw Yasiel Puig in his private jet. Now, out of all the athletes, besides yourself, of course, who has the nicest private jet and why?
I can't say. I don't.
You want to say yourself, don't you?
No.
Who is it? Who is the most fun to ride on?
This is a nice Rolls Royce.
That certainly is. Jesus, look at this thing.
Hey, there's none like TMZ. Look at the crowd. I love LA.
Joe Rogan has also spoken about this topic, pointing out how difficult it is to sustain the kind of lifestyle Mayweather is known for. According to Rogan, Floyd spends money at an extremely high rate, almost like it will never run out. Reports have mentioned large tax bills, including figures around $18 million, along with past issues involving IRS liens. There are also claims from a former accountant suggesting that poor investments and frequent changes in financial advisors may have affected his wealth. On top of that, some rumors even talk about personal struggles behind the scenes, showing a completely different side of someone who publicly appears to have everything. Whether all of this is true or not, it adds another layer of intrigue to the situation and raises serious questions about what might really be driving this potential showdown.
Money. Yeah, what about it? What does money mean to you? Paper blood. Paper blood? Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I never look at it that way. I've never been really a money type of guy that put a great emphasis on it. You know, I never really, I come very, from a broke background, so I never really had great emphasis. I never really learned the art of handling money as a kid. You know, that's an art. That's why only a few people maintain it, because it's an art, and I never possessed it at that time.
You said you haven't been a money type of guy, and it's interesting you say that because, I mean, I was reading, might have been a Sports Illustrated article or some magazine article from the 90s, and it focused on just your spending and, you know, the excess of the Mike Tyson then the you know, media sort of portrayed you to be. And it said, and I just want to read through some of these figures, during the 33 months after you got out of prison, $4.5 million on automobiles and motorcycles, give automobiles to 15 women and 2 men, once crashed your Rolls Royce and told cops to keep it, spend $240,000 monthly in just walking around money, nearly $100,000 a month on jewelry and clothing, more than $400,000 on pigeons and cats, $300,000 on lawn care, a house with 38 bathrooms. To what extent did it almost seem, or did you think that just the money would never run out?
I don't know. That's just how I live my life. You know, when I was living my life back, that's just why. Wow, that's even hard. When you mention it, I think, wow, that's even hard. I don't even fathom that. I don't even think I'm that kind of guy. I don't even ever considering having money like that.
I mean, does that seem like a lot to you now, and it didn't then? Or
that's just what's my ex-life. That's just how I live my life. That's my addictive personality. You know what I mean? That's a lot of things. That's my ego. That's so many other things. That stems from pretty much, you know. For me being poor, never having anything. For me being bitter, angry for being in prison. It stems from a lot of things.